tell you about this really awesome spiritual gift that I found within my client's Akashic records in case it unlocks and activates something within your templates as well. When I went into her energy field, I saw her take her hand and went like this and swiped up, and beautiful rainbow colors, and then all these orbs started popping up, kind of look like Orbeez, the little kids' toys that are squishy, but then also like Fruit Loops. And when I got closer to them, they got a lot bigger where I could stick my head through one of them, and I said, hello. And as soon as I did, I was shifted to the other side of the window pane-esque rainbow wall, and I was looking back at it, and I turned around and there was a set of stairs. So I started walking towards it and then going down. Stairs in journeys like this are often representative of going into your subconscious or deeper within your soul. And when I got to the bottom, there was this beautiful garden. You're giving very much fairy-esque. There was flowers and a lot of vines and foliage. And I met with her energy body down there, and she asked me to take a seat. And so we were sitting and chatting, and she said, I help people find their inner sanctuaries. I'm gonna be reading from my notes here so I get everything, okay? She said, I help people go within themselves for healing and recalibration when they need to take a break from their 3D life. And this is also a place of creation, a place where you can clear your mind and work outside of your ego and negative thoughts and limiting beliefs, where you can let your imagination run wild, because that's how we manifest. It's a place where you can energetically embody your higher self, because we need to know what that feels like in order to shift into them. She also helps people figure out what their soul's desires are, because oftentimes people are unclear about what it is that they want out of life, or they're living under somebody else's expectations of them, whether it's family, a partner, societal, cultural, religious expectations. It's also a place where people can learn to relax their central nervous system, which is really important because a lot of people are living in perpetual states of fight and flight and anxiety. And that makes it really difficult to manifest, to heal. She said to hear your higher self and your guides, tap into your spiritual gifts, or to make aligned decisions. Fear causes a lot of havoc in our lives. She was saying that when people are trying to call their dream life in, their desires, their goals, the achievements that they want, all of those things are rooted in peace. Those future versions of yourself that have those things. And so you need to experience more peace in the here and now in order to be a vibrational match. And that's where the inner sanctuaries come in. It is a place where you can temporarily and then more permanently feel those throughout the day. It's a home-based location that you can continuously go into and refill your cup, and also feel that sense of relaxation throughout the day. A lot of people have not felt this before. That deep sense of eternal peace where you are able to shed off all of the heavy density of the earth plane and come back to your multidimensional self that is outside of the confines of whatever you're experiencing on this plane. Okay? Trauma, capitalism, overstimulation by social media, whatever that is, this is a place where we can take a break from that and realign to our true selves, so that when we do snap back in to the 3D, we're able to do that from a higher perspective and with more tools and resources, because we're able to more clearly look through the lenses of our higher self. Let's talk about ways to develop this and how to apply it, either with yourself or with other people. One is going in and finding your own sanctuary or sanctuaries. There can be multiples. They can also look very different depending on what chapters you are in your life, or if you're working with other people. Theirs could look completely different, and it could be different every time you journey with them. And some people are going to have the same place every single time. Mine looked like a garden because there was a actual physical fairy garden in my city that I used to go to. It was called my soul place, where I could connect with my higher self. and I really enjoyed it there. And so that's why mine was a representator of that. But it could really be anything. It could be mountainscape, under the ocean, in the clouds, whatever is a peaceful, serene place for that person. You could take a course on how to guide people through meditations, or honestly, you could go on Tube Tube University. And there are lots of instructors on there that will teach you how to offer guided meditations. Looking up discovery questions around soul mission and manifesting. If you go on Google and you type in questions to ask in my Akashic records, you will find a plethora of them on there for different areas in life, not just soul mission and manifesting. But it's really about how you're framing the questions and what is the intention behind them. So I always suggest asking ones that are how, what, and why, because that helps you get to the deeper root of things. When you're asking when, should, would, yes, and no, those are very ambiguous and they're very definitive, so they're not going to give you as much information back. But just you reading these different questions is going to help you discover deeper facets of yourself when you are in your inner sanctuaries or when you are helping others. Learning about shamanic journeying, because this is a form of that, and Akashic work. This is the type of journeying that I do in order to read these things within people's Akashic fields in the first place. So that's very beneficial. And also, their energy body recommended playing sound baths if she or anybody else wanted to take people on journeys, because it helps relax your central nervous system, or some type of meditative music. Also playing birds chirping or water running. From a physiology standpoint, when we were cave persons, birds are the first thing to leave the environment if there's a predator around, and so they would look to the birds to figure out if it's a safe space. And so you can still apply that today with you listening to it and helping relax your central nervous system. Her energy body saying that you could meet with people one-on-one on Zoom and take them on this journey into their inner sanctuary. You could also host group sessions if you rent out a space or you go to the park and you have 5 or 6 people with you, and take everyone on a similar inner sanctuary journey with one another. You also don't have to meet with people to do this. You can do it in your own time, tap into their field, meet with their etheric body, take them to the inner sanctuary and glean messages and downloads and insights, and then send a voice note summary to the client. You could also do guided meditations on Tube. You could make 20 or 30 or however many you want and tap into the group's Akashic records and the group's higher self, who will be listening to it in the future to figure out what type of journey is best going to serve them. I said, if you do want to do group journeying, listening to whimsical and magical guided meditations yourself is really beneficial. It helps open up your imaginative scape and learn how to cultivate and craft stories and narratives and beautiful journeys to take others on. And I recommended listening to child meditations because they're so fun and joyous. There's a channel on Tube called New Horizons, and she has hundreds and hundreds of them, and they were really beneficial in helping me do the things that I do in my coaching practice now. Lastly, utilizing ChatGPT. You can go on there and have some prompts that help you build a guided meditation, and you can add in different pieces and facets to amplify it and make it your own. Gives you a good framework to start out with. I would love to hear in the comments if this resonated with you, if it helped open up and unlock something within yourself, and if you are going to go on an inner sanctuary journey.